Welcome to Studio Chatter. It's October already.
Can you believe it?
I'm kind of excited. I'm ready. Are you?
I am too. I think when we went to Disneyland and when we came back and I saw the mountains just on fire with the colors, I'm like, yep, I'm ready for the fall. Let's do it.
How was Disneyland?
It was so good. Okay, so we took 8 adults, 8 grandkids, ranging from 8 to like 3 months.
Oh boy.
And I feel like we killed it. Okay?
Really?
We really did. There was no like major catastrophe. And we said we're going to do 3 days so we could just take it easy.
Yeah.
And we went hard. We were up when the parks opened and went
and closed
till midnight. Yeah, pretty much.
All 3 days?
All 3. The very last day we slept until like 9:30.
Okay.
And then we wanted a picture with the pumpkin, but we still stayed. I mean, the kids, okay, there's a picture of us with 2 strollers, 2 double strollers. There's a child on top of Hayden asleep, 1 kid in this one, 2 doubled up in one, and then 2 more asleep at 11 o'clock at night. Still just pounding the pavement.
Oh my
but
gosh.
It was super fun.
Oh, good. And
Halloween there is just fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a good time.
Oh, good.
So we had a great time.
Good.
What about you?
I went on a 7-day girls trip to Maine.
Arnell's show where we've been.
Yes, Disney and
a lobster.
a crab.
A crab.
Right? Crab.
Yes.
Yeah, so I went to Maine. I had never been. And we timed it a little early. The leaves were barely starting to change.
So prime is probably mid-October there?
Oh, I think it's probably
now.
Probably this week, next week. Yeah. And we knew it, but people would say, well, it's more expensive also to travel there in October.
And maybe crowded and busier too.
Yeah, I don't know. They were just all, beachy towns and beautiful. And I rode an e-bike twice.
Ooh, do you love them? I love them.
Yes.
Yes.
I was scared. I will say I was scared. But we took a day trip up to Acadia National Forest, which is in the northern part of Maine. And we had a 4-hour e-bike ride. And it was just charming.
They're so fun. Right?
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're doing something physical, but it's just so easy.
Yeah.
But then you can feel the nature and be outside.
Yeah. That was so fun. And we ate
that sounds magical.
Good food. And
did you have crab?
I had lobster.
You did?
Yes. I did
just
not
as
have
good.
any.
Better.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Well, and clam chowder.
Yeah.
So not crab, but
kind of.
Yeah, we stopped in Boston for a day and stayed in Massachusetts for a couple hours. So
that's fun.
Yeah.
Girls know how to travel that way.
Yeah.
That's why I was planning Disney. I'm like, we're going to do this and then this, and the guys are just like, okay, here we are.
Yeah. And we're missing Natasha tonight. She's busy. I don't even think we asked where she was going to be.
No,
we just said we've got
Paris this week or something.
Oh my gosh.
She's been busy.
Yes.
Yeah. We all have, but she's been on the go with her kiddos.
Okay, and so are you planning on any pumpkin patches soon?
I have my Glen Rays that I want to go to, and then I think we're going to try and get through this week. We're maybe going to do some peach jam or some salsa.
I have a box. I went to the farmer's market Saturday.
Okay.
I bought a box because I bet it's the last.
That's what I think. I was going to pick some up at Wall Brothers too.
Yeah, I either want to bottle them or do peach jam because I did some peach jam a couple weeks ago, and when I was peeling the peaches, I was holding them in my hand and they were the most beautiful sight. I'm like, I hate to mash these up. They're so pretty.
Like I would love to bottle some. I haven't done that for years either.
Yeah, we had so many tomatoes this year. I had my mom come over and show me how to bottle again. It had been a little while.
Yeah. It's an art form for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to Google it up again. I was like, I did this with my mom, but let's remember, do we need a pressure cooker or not?
I know, all the things.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fall.
Well, it's going to be a fun month.
Yeah, and a great show too.
Yeah,
I'm super excited about our guests.
A lot of cool people. 3 people that have been on before.
Probably at least a handful of times.
Yeah, that's fun.
Isn't that great?
So I think our viewers will enjoy seeing some of these faces again as well.
And we're almost 9 years old, so.
Almost. We'll celebrate in October for that too.
Yep. Stay tuned.
Okay. Well, we have many wonderful guests to talk with. Let's get the chatter started. Wouldn't it be fun to go to a theater under a large tent, complete with dinner and a totally unique show? Well, now you can. Let's welcome Nicole Ortiz from the Lantern Marquee to the table. Hi, Nicole.
Welcome, Nicole.
Thanks.
And I guess we should say welcome back.
I know. It's fun
You've
reunion.
been here before, and tell us what you were here before.
The last time I was here was to promote Spanish Fork Community Theater's last show. I guess not last show, but the year before for SpongeBob SquarePants the musical. And it was really fun to be here. You guys are
You
great.
were Sandy Bottoms.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
That's so great.
It was really fun.
Kay,
So-
we can't even wait to hear about what you've got going on.
Anytime
It
you say a
sounds so fun.
circus tent, I'm like, yes, exciting.
Same.
Yeah. We're in.
I'm the same. The Lantern Marquee is a brand new theater company, and it's the goals of the Lantern Marquee is to be a really unique experience, something different that hopefully will draw people who aren't usually theater people in. We will eventually have dinner for our very first show. It's just our musical with no dinner, but we just couldn't wait to get the word out and show some things, this project that we've been working on, which is The Dreamers of Volaville. That's our first original production.
Okay, the Dreamers of
Volaville.
Volaville.
Yes, so there's a lot of French Parisian influence in the show, visually and in the script as well.
Okay.
And it makes it really light and fun. And yeah.
Did you write this? Like, I've never heard of this
so
before.
the Lantern Marquee was founded by Twyla Clare. She also wrote this musical. She writes most of our musicals. This will be our very first one, but she has started, creating shows for the future that you can kind of go through and see on our website. We have a list of our upcoming shows and what they're going to be like. But so she wears so many hats. She's the owner, the founder, the writer, director. She's incredible, but she has a really amazing vision. She has a really amazing creative eye. I met with her. She had posted that she was looking for a choreographer, and that's something that I really like to do. I've been choreographing musicals for 10 years or so.
Okay.
And I am also trained in aerial arts, so like the fabrics that hang from the ceiling
No way.
and the hoops and the everything. That's also been part of my many hobbies.
Yes.
And I've been waiting to be able to join my love for theater and choreography and silks together. In fact, I was like, I just need the Greatest Showman to come to the stage.
Right? It sounds just like that.
It would
and
be
how
amazing.
magical is that?
Yeah, and so when I read her post that said I want somebody who can choreograph and we want to include circus acts, aerial arts, I had to meet with her.
You ran, you did not walk.
Yes, exactly. And I met with her. She told me about the company itself, the Lantern Marquee, and just how inclusive and positive the goals were. I just really connected with it, as well as the show, this first show, The Dreamers of Volaville. She told me the storyline, and it's about this girl, and it's set in this post-apocalyptic more dystopian steampunk kind of setting where we have corporate America, it's kind of a silly spoof on corporate America. So our monsters are all corporate, kind of corporate monsters, but
That's
they're
the world that we're going into. Sounds familiar.
right, I know, right? But it's very lighthearted and so funny. So we have these monsters that visually are based on old Hollywood Universal monsters. So we've got Countess Bathory, Lady Volta, Bride of Frankenstein, and then some villains that she created herself.
Okay.
And their goal is to steal people's dreams. And it's a very light, and very comedic in that sense. But they want to take the dreams and stick you in the cubicles of efficiency and so
this sounds all too real life.
I know.
Right? I'm like, I get that.
No, I feel that in real life. But it's there to find the humanity and the fun.
Yeah.
And we have a group of wildlings that are kind of like Peter Pan's Lost Boys. That they do circus acts on the streets. We've got some juggling, some magic, some silks. And their fearless leader, her name is Sans, and she helps them learn how to be showmans and how to evade the monsters trying to steal their dreams. And it's very comedic. It's like a Lost Boys pirates type relationship, but eventually our wildlings do, get taken away, and so Sans goes and finds them, and she teams up with a boy that kind of teaches her to find her soft side and realize that family is something that you create, and just to open her heart. And so I when I talked to her about the show, and she told me about these themes and just how sweet and wonderful it is with a great dose of comedy, I just had to be involved, and very family friendly, and she wants to put on, we've been working on this very visually interesting set, light design, and of course our circus tent's going to be decorated to the nines too.
We love that. So where are you going to be located? Is it going to be the same, or like a traveling circus of events?
Yes, we're traveling. So we have a circus tent that will travel place to place. We have our very own traveling set. So this year, for our very first show, we're going to be at the Petite Neat Amphitheater, and so this will be kind of unusual for us on the usual, but we'll be using partly we'll be using the amphitheater, and then we'll be using our additional stage that we kind of add to it for this show.
So I am not familiar with the amphitheater. I do know where Petite Neat is. Is this outdoors?
Yes. It is outdoors. Okay. It's down the hill. There's a really big grassy area. We will have, the tent will be heated. We will ask that everybody, though, dress with layers and just to be safe, especially when we get into the third week. We run 3 weeks, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, starting October 2nd, ending the 18th. Okay. And so probably if you're coming on the third weekend, might get a little bit more chilly. So I'll say dress warm, but we have chairs and we have heating spots, so it should be comfy.
Goodness. So when you say you're traveling, do you know where you're going next?
We have some ideas. Nothing's 100% set in stone, but we ideally would love to have our first dinner theater in May. And it will be a musical that is about the life of Christ, where we're reimagining some classic 80s songs. It sounds a little funky, but actually
I like
Twyla's,
the 80s and I like Christ.
We like 80s and we like Christ.
Hand in hand right there.
Twyla just works her magic taking music and making them really beautifully orchestral. And we're wanting, ideally, to be able to have this in the sand dunes. So we just have this beautiful location just all around us, have a really amazing Mediterranean meal. And
this sounds extremely ambitious.
Right. It is, my goodness. We are running on fumes right now, but it's just too exciting to wait for all of everything, all of the puzzle pieces together.
One under your belt, then it will grow. But it sounds like so unique and different, like something that we haven't seen. Yeah. We have like Hill Center Theater and some of the great ones in our local, but this under the tent and adding the dinner. And so are you going to do silks added or not this one?
Yes, this one we will. We have actually 4 rigs. 3 of them are smaller, and we have 1 big rig where we'll have both silks and hoop. And we have most of the people who use it are big rig, are monsters, but we do have some of our younger wildlings who also get on it and just will dazzle. It's, I'm really proud of it, and all of the hard work that the cast has put into either bringing their skills or learning new aerial skills. It's really fun.
I have a question. How do we purchase tickets, and do you recommend purchasing them in advance?
Yes, I mean, it's our very first year, so we don't really know what to expect in terms of how many people are going to be at the door. So if you're one of those people who want to make sure that they have a ticket safe and sound and they get there and we're not sold out, definitely I would say go onto our website, thelanternmarquee.com, under our shows, and you can find our current one, The Dreamers of Volaville, and purchase tickets that way. But tickets are also available at the door.
Okay. Awesome.
And it's general seating.
And I love that it's family friendly.
It is, yes.
Musical, but comedy. It just sounds like you will leave this show just being like refreshed.
Yeah. Yes, it's a lot, but we want to put something in there for everyone. And it's a little bit shorter of a show than usual shows. Usually you go to a musical theater production, it's like 2.5 hours long. Yeah. We'll stick to more 1 hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's good,
Yeah.
especially for children.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we cannot wait. I mean,
I
the
know,
meal
this sounds
portion
fun.
will be fun too. It's like a full event, like date night.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Well, good
It'll be so
luck.
fun.
Thanks for joining
Yes,
us.
thank
because
you.
this sounds so exciting.
Yeah,
It
it,
is.
does.
I wish I could squeeze more information in a short time, but come and see
Okay,
for
We can
yourself.
see.
And
We can see it through
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
How
Great.
exciting!
Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you.
Good luck.
thanks.
One of the best parts of the holidays is sitting around the dinner table with family and friends. But for many in our community, that table could be empty, and we can help fix that. Let's welcome Wendy Osborne and Lillian Kump from Tabitha's Way back to the chatter.
Thank
Hello,
you.
my friends.
So excited to
Welcome,
see you
ladies.
guys.
It's that time of year again.
It
Can
is.
you even believe it?
Already.
Already.
Yeah.
It's so
And you guys have
exciting.
so many things. Like, there's been times we've had you just for December.
Uh-huh.
But like, we need this information out. Like, you have stuff coming October, November, December.
Leaves have
Lots of good
changed.
things.
It's time.
It's time
I
to help
know.
out, right?
Yes, that's right.
There's so many great
exciting.
ways. Where shall we start? Because I don't even think Tabitha's Way no longer needs an introduction, does it? Or
No,
do we?
not
No,
around
no, that's
here.
so
Not
sweet.
in
Not
our
in Spanish
community.
Fork. Maybe,
No.
maybe another town, but not here.
Yes. No, we're so grateful to the community. I think hopefully we're a household name.
I know, and we probably should ask for a 30-second intro. Not,
Tell us each about
So
what
I
you
was
do.
born.
Back in 1990.
I like that, Angie. Tell us just quick dive into one thing each of you do at the pantry, or what your role is.
Well, okay. Well, so I'm currently the executive director of Tabitha's Way, and so our food pantry provides food for families in need, and then offers resources for self-reliance for those families that come in. So you come into our food pantry; it looks like a little grocery store. You get your grocery cart, and you shop and get the food that you need. And the majority, well, actually, I was just looking at my numbers today, and we are at 18,000 households for our Spanish Fork pantry that we've served. So 18,000 households. Now our pantry serves more than just Spanish Fork, it serves like
Right.
South Utah County
Right.
area. But then right now 22,000 children have been served through our food pantry, so which is one of
For,
the...
That's
for this
astonishing
year, did
numbers
you
to
say,
me.
or
For
this
this
month?
year. No,
Okay,
for this
for
year.
That's
Did I say
actually
this month?
January
No, this year.
through
Through June.
Okay, for
Under
6
June.
months.
Yes.
Yeah, so halfway through the year. So right now food insecurity is on the rise in our community. So there's a lot of reasons behind that, but definitely a lot of families needing help. So it's probably more than we asked for.
No, that's
How about you? What do you do, Lillian?
I am over operations at our Spanish Fork location, and I also help plan our community events, which is what we're talking about today, amongst other things. I would say we both wear many hats.
Yes, you do.
So it's kind of hard to just sum up our job in just a quick description, but we'll just go with that.
That sounded fabulous. You're
She's my
two
right
queens
arm, my
of
left arm,
Spanish Fork.
and my brain. Is
Yeah,
what she meant
yes.
to say. I think I should put that on our business cards. from
Has
now
she
on.
been there from the beginning?
Pretty much. I met Lillian about like within the
few
first 30
weeks.
days of starting. Yeah, a few weeks of starting
And you jumped right
Tabitha's Way.
in, Lillian.
Yeah,
Right.
I'd actually been doing a grocery rescue
I remember
program
you
through my
saying that.
garage before for about 4 years. Met Wendy, and some changes with regulations from the store that we were picking up from changed, so it had to be an official 501c3, which is what Wendy created. And so we've been
back
linked
to
arm in arm since
When I said
then.
I'm Hotel California, I wasn't kidding.
There's no escaping.
There's no escaping me.
Okay, ladies, so you brought some demo stuff. What is going on here?
So, starting October 1st, both Stokes and Macy's are going to have some bags available for the general public to go in and purchase. In those bags, we have very specific things that we put in our holiday meals. And if you can see the white bag up front, it has some gravy packets and canned yams. And Macy's is doing canned yams, chicken broth, and a gravy packet. That's just
Okay.
part of
the,
I don't know, the 20 things that people get in their holiday
meals.
basket.
And so is that $5 or how much is that for us to donate to purchase that?
So it's $5 at the register. So you would go through the register, pick up a bag, go through the register, and they'll charge it through, and then the goods will come to Tabitha's Way.
Awesome.
So
that's one item.
yeah, and we don't need to keep track of any of the bags or anything.
No,
you
you
just
can
stay right there and you get it.
So you can scan it through, and they'll take the bag and put it with the other bags, and so it's really convenient. A great way for you to
Nice.
help make sure. So this year, well, last year we did over 1,600 holiday meals, And so these baskets are complete meals with the turkey, the rolls, the stuffing, everything that you need for a traditional holiday meal is in these baskets. And so by purchasing those bags, it helps us get the food that we need for the meals, for those 1,600 meals.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's an easy way to help support, or you can go online to...
And $5.
Yeah,
Right.
$5. Yeah, you
People
can-
could do $5, but all those $5 adds up
Yeah.
to feed 1,600 families.
It really does. It really
So
does.
Stokes
It's a
and
huge-
Macy's are they doing the same foods and same kind of concept at both stores?
Similar, so different stores have different items that they have in each of the bags. Like they might vary a little bit, but for the most part, it's kind of the same. But they're the items that we've identified that we need for the baskets.
That are harder maybe to find and
So
get.
yeah, or things that's easy for them to supply or harder for us to get, one of those two things.
Yeah.
But the most needed items, and so they're helping provide those.
And you said it starts October 1st. Is there an expiration? Like when will that come?
October 31st is
Okay.
when we're
So
going
for
to
the
be
whole
finished with it, because we do have to have time to be able to collect those things and then see what else that we need to order
Right.
for the rest
Okay.
of those meals. So that gives us time to get them assembled and ready for the first event date, which is November 20th. That is for our Thanksgiving event, and then November 22nd and December 20th.
You're the brain, don't look at me.
So those are our 2 days for our Thanksgiving meal and then Christmas holiday event.
Okay, so back to the food bags. Will those go for both? You're trying to collect for both of those events
Yes.
in
For
October.
November and December.
So if you can buy
Okay.
a couple of these bags at Stokes or Macy's, that would be awesome as well.
But also after after October 31st, we have ongoing shop and drop events. So where you can go to different grocery stores and actually pick up items and just drop them there. So I know Smith's is one, and in
Yes.
Springville and Payson. Where are
We
the other
actually
ones?
have 5 locations. So yes, Springville Smith's, Macy's in Spanish Fork, Stokes also has one, Payson Marketplace, and Payson Smith's. Those are our current locations, and that's up 12 months out of the year.
Oh,
so
so
it's
it's
always
ongoing.
there.
And can you
Ongoing.
just purchase anything, or is it specific items? How does
We
that
have
work?
a list of the most needed items. So when you go into the store, you can see, oh, these are the items we're looking for, and if you can pick those up and then just drop them off. There's a little spot where usually there's a cart or a barrel that you can just drop them in, and that's ongoing. So,
Okay.
so if you miss the October opportunity,
It's always
don't
there.
worry.
Just anytime
It's
you're
not too
shopping,
late.
and they usually have that posted up front or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, yes. They have them at the front of the stores.
Or I'm sure
So
maybe on your website that they could find some of that information or
you
locations.
can see the most needed items on our website. But
Yeah, and then also
yeah.
those locations are posted on justserve.org as
Okay.
well. But again, if you didn't see the list of the most needed items that week, just think of anything that is a staple in your own home pantry. Those are the items that we tend to always run out
Okay.
of quickly.
yeah.
And you can handle perishable items, yes or no?
Only like produce, like garden. We can accept like your garden produce and so forth. But if it's cut or if it's needs to be temperature regulated, we cannot receive that from the general public,
Okay.
unfortunately.
That's good
So
to know
food
too.
safety
Don't drop off a
regulations.
gallon of milk or
No,
something
please
like
don't do that because we'd have to give it back.
I will put one little plug in because it is that time of year where people are deer hunting. If you have meats that you would like to donate, we can pick up directly from a meat packing facility,
Oh.
but we can't take it from the general public.
Yeah.
If they
So
were
if
to
you
bring
leave it
directly to
there,
us.
That
we
is
can
cool.
come get it.
Yes,
So
they
drop
will
it off.
schedule with us
Okay.
to pick that up straight from them.
And would we need to pay for the processing?
It
Or is
helps
that-
us if you
okay.
pay for the
Okay.
processing.
But either way, it could be managed?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, well, we have a small budget for that, but it would help us significantly if you
Yeah.
pay for the processing and then we pick up the donation, which
That
is
is
typical.
cool.
Typical what
Yeah.
usually
With the
happens.
donation.
That is a really great
Yeah.
idea because it is that time of year at our house.
Right?
And if it's picking up and you need food, I'm assuming you're also looking for volunteers?
We are
Absolutely.
always looking for volunteers, always. Always, yeah.
What
So-
does a volunteer look like? Who is your ideal volunteer?
Somebody who's yeah.
I would say anyone who is willing
Okay.
to come in and help because we have different shifts available. So, like in the morning, there's always stocking the pantry. So, that's just getting product that's back in our warehouse and putting it on the shelves up front, making it look like a grocery store,
Yeah.
well stocked, right?
If you like a fast-paced, fun environment, you want to help people.
Yes.
That's all you need.
That's it.
That's it. That's
And
all.
And then I would say also there are shifts to help supervise during the hours that we are open. So like when we have new clients coming in, sometimes they need assistance to just see how it works. There's different quantities on the shelves according to like how many people are in their household. So if you have a larger family, you're going to be able to take a few extra items. So it's all over the place. We always say that we are a party of projects?
Oh, yes, we are a party of projects. That's true.
So if you're wanting to serve, I'm sure that you guys could find a place for people to come and volunteer.
Oh, absolutely.
And as the holidays get busier, then there's more and more to do with you guys. Yes?
Yes. And there's always sorting groups that we can schedule to come in and sort through the food drives that are coming in.
That would be a
we
good one.
have lots of ideas for people who can't make it into the pantry, like putting together kits. We are going to start getting into the winter months, so there's things like
The stockings, the Christmas stockings.
Yeah, Christmas stockings, kits with beanies and gloves and scarves in them.
Okay. Is the best thing to just get on your website to look at these details?
Yes, if you go to tabsthisway.org and then you'll just want to click the Spanish Fork location and then
And lots of opportunities.
how to help.
So if you don't have the money, maybe you have the time.
Yep, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's usually
love to
the
see
case,
you.
right?
Yes,
Right?
100%.
Well,
you guys are amazing.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Thank
Yeah,
you
we'll
for
have you
inviting us.
back
This
as
is such
always.
a fun tradition. Thank you so much for having
You're
us.
welcome.
We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The motto for our next guest is changing the world one bro at a time. Let's welcome Joe Tuiana.
Tuiana, that's pretty
Okay, from the I Love You Bro project.
good. Yep, that's us.
Okay.
I love everything about this. So I was given your name by Monica Bambro, who's over kind of service in the area for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day
she's
Saints.
awesome.
And she just highly recommended you and said, I think that you need to have him on.
Yeah,
So-
it's all awesome to be here with you guys.
Oh,
Thank
well,
you.
tell us
you.
a little bit about you.
Yep.
Who's Joe?
Well, me, I'm just a dude. You know,
Just a bro.
just an average Joe, just a bro. You know, I'm a full-time single dad of 3 daughters.
Ooh.
So I do know a little something about patience.
Okay.
But I'm a proud father. I'd like to think that I'm a pretty good person. In a lot of ways, I just happen to have a pretty remarkable, kind of beautiful, terrible experience that kind of shoved me into the realm of mental health, specifically for men. And that's kind of where I am now for men's mental health and suicide prevention. So
you started this
yeah.
this company, or I guess it's a 501.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit organization specifically for men's mental health and suicide
So
prevention
that's
for
your
men.
why, is because of what you went through.
Yeah, and to be completely transparent, I mean, it took a huge experience for me to kind of compel me to do this. I had a suicide prevention experience on an overpass in Lehigh with a bro that was, again, just a dude, just a guy who just happened to have a few terrible things happen to him in a short period of time. And it sent him to, suicide ideation. And, my girls and I were on our way to a basketball game in Lehigh, and to get there we have to take this overpass. And we noticed him, and it was very strange, peculiar. And I had at the time just quit drinking. I was one of those alcoholics that, I was a functioning one, took care of all the stuff I needed to do, but miserable. Had my own mental health challenges, and I also had double pneumonia at the time, and so I was in no way, shape, or form to be that person for anyone.
But you were there.
But I happened to be there, and I'm thankful that I was. And so I said a quick prayer, just like, please, just let this guy know that he's loved. And I thought just actually looking like what I look like, I'm 6'3", big brown guy, that I could actually make things worse by just looking like who I am.
Interesting.
You know?
Oh,
I was thinking
really?
a teddy
Yeah.
bear. Of
I know,
love.
I think teddy bear too.
It would be for like women, but for men, it's more. It's not quite like that. And
yeah.
so I was thinking, well, what way could I make myself less intimidating? And so I had the inspiration to open my arms to him, like I wanted to give him a hug. And I just started walking slowly towards him, and I just repeated the words, "I love you, bro." And I was actually screaming it at the time because it overpasses are super loud, by the way. And so I'm walking towards him with my arms open, screaming, "I love you, bro." And finally got to him, and we kind of, our eyes locked, and there was a moment where he was choosing between, me or the great beyond.
My goodness.
It's crazy. It's tough to explain. Tough to explain the weight, the gravity of the moment in those situations. Because you see them on the movies, you hear about them, and you see them on TV. But when you're actually in the moment, it truly is something I wouldn't wish on anyone, on both sides. And so I felt inspired to jump up there and grab him. And so I jumped up onto this ledge where he was and lifted him over the fence like he was just a sack lunch, and slid down to the safety of my side of the fence and on the sidewalk, and just sat and cried with him, and just kept repeating, "I love you, bro." In fact, that's the only thing I said to him the whole time till they took him on the ambulance. And so,
who ended up calling the ambulance? Your girl sitting
my
in the
daughter,
car?
my oldest daughter was with me, and my other girls were with. Just thankful, because the first instinct I had was, as a dad, was I just cannot happen in front of my kids.
Protection.
And so. The first responders were awesome. They came out, took him, got him the care he needed. I was doing interviews with MSNBC, Fox News, like it was crazy. And he saw his own news story and then reached out to me through Facebook. And then we invited him over, had dinner with him.
No way.
Yeah, his mom came over, his little son. And I just let him spill the beans, man. And he's just a regular guy who just happened to have, like I said, a few terrible things happen in a short period of time. That it could have put any guy, I should say, into suicide ideation.
Do you think that's like, I feel like women, we chatter, right? And I feel like men don't talk about the feelings or the hard stuff or the stuff going on in here.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, particularly when we get married, men generally, we focus all of our friendship energy into our wife. And women, their network actually grows when we get married. So it can put us men into compromising situations emotionally when bad things happen. In his case, it was an impending divorce, and some choice things said to him, and he wasn't going to see his son again. I mean, he was just checking these boxes of just, okay, well then I offer no value to this life or to anyone, so therefore I just shouldn't exist anymore. And that, shockingly, is most of the men who we have in our programs who do suffer from suicide ideation. They don't have a long list of mental illness.
So that's the support groups. So is that your main focus?
Yeah, so I started the I Love You Bro project based on a support group for him, because we couldn't find anything.
Oh my God.
And so I was like, I think I can help this guy. I'm pretty good with people. I'm pretty lovable. I'll call some friends. I'll call some family. I had a buddy who was in my fantasy football league for the last 20 years.
Yes, go fantasy football.
Who I knew was a therapist. And I knew he had a space. And I was like, hey, can I borrow the space? And I'm going to do this for this and this. And he's like, yeah, man, sounds good. So I started a support group for him just to try to build him some connections and help him just feel better. And I did. I started with some friends. And then suddenly I started seeing dudes that I'd never seen before. I was like, what is happening here? And then, we're at 20 guys a week. And then I was like, well, I guess I should open another one, and then, another one. And then soon enough, I'm a nonprofit, and soon enough, I'm the only evidence-based men's mental health organization in the country.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a pretty remarkable thing. By the end of this year, we'll have 11 weekly support groups for men to give men spaces that he needed. So all of our programs were to address what he needed at the time. And it was just some trusted connection, a place to be vulnerable, permission to be vulnerable. And the only way that men can receive that permission is from other men. Women, you guys are brilliant at sharing and being vulnerable. And you can even have this open invitation for men saying, open up, honey. You can talk to me. You can,
and they're like, nope, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Really, it's more like, I'm good. That's the answer that you'll get from most men, because I see the same answer sometimes. But when guys come to our weekly support groups, they're coming for a laundry list of reasons. There's not just, there's stigma around the word support group. So people just automatically attach criminal or addict or to those things. And I'm trying to redefine what those are. We are simply just a place for men to come receive support from other men who are just average Joes for average bros. That's what we do. And so
Average Joe's
Right,
you're
I love
pretty
it.
funny too, Average Joe.
I'm funny.
You make me want to come out.
But we do. We have an I Love You Sis program as well for women. That's our mental health workshops monthly that women can come to just to help be empowered on how to help the men in their life, their husband.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's super
So
cool.
a different angle.
Yeah, it's a different. We need all the help we can get, men. Especially when we're not asking for it.
Right.
So when these guys are coming, we when I say we're evidence based, every guy that comes to a support group, they scan a QR code and they have to answer, a list of things that they're experiencing, emotions, challenges, how comfortable they are talking to their wives, and who do they reach out to in emotional crisis. And, I take this data that we have and I have my board clinicians, we analyze it, and then we create these mental health workshops for them and for women to help just give us a fighting chance, just to give these guys a fighting chance, a better chance to not just save you from suicide, but to have you live a richer, fuller life. You don't need to be miserable. No one wants to be that way. So that's what we're doing. It's pretty fun. It's pretty heavy.
Wow.
So.
Well, on our talking points, this was really cool. Angie, do you want to read that, or should we ask Joe to?
Yes.
Oh, whatever you'd like, ladies.
You were recently awarded something.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was crazy because they reached out to me. I mean, again, that story went viral with it. And as much as I love the story, it's very sacred to me, but it's what the story has turned into. It's, that moment turning into a movement that we have.
I believe those things are meant to be. You were meant to be at that moment.
Do.
And then you
absolutely.
Then you took advantage of it, right?
And then you have to. And I think the invitation was there. I think the Lord gave me an invitation and I accepted it. And this is what comes with that responsibility is, there are lots of heavy things and there's been lots of blessings in there too. This award was just one of them. One person, this really awesome lady who works for this organization, I guess they nominate 1 or 2 people a year for this honor. And I was like, cool, I'm just a dude. I still am. I will always lean to the average Joe, for the guys.
But that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And I think that's such a good connection. You're just an average person.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what all of us need to. But you received the honorary interfaith chaplain from the World Spiritual Health Organization for your work in suicide prevention and intervention with that I Love You program.
So I'm a chaplain now. It's cool that I can say that.
That's really
Can you
sweet.
marry people?
Yeah, I could marry people. Yeah.
We should have him back.
Yeah, I'd love
Gosh,
to.
is our time up? I'm like, oh no.
Our time is
Holy
up.
cow, that
I
went so
know.
fast. I'm so sorry. I was
Okay, so
this
how
was
monologuing
fun.
there.
This is absolutely amazing. How can people find you?
So if they just want to go, the best is on social media, Instagram. So I Love You Bro Project is on, we're all over Facebook and Instagram. It's the most up to date on, mental health and the events that we have. But you can always go to iloveyoubroproject.org, and that could be a place where you can donate, see what's up. But social media is the best way to go.
Okay.
So.
Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Man, that went by way too fast. I love you, bros. Man, you guys,
you.
you guys are
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
On a personal note, Studio Chatter is getting ready to celebrate its 9th birthday, and our next guest has been with us all those years. And we're very grateful for her support. Let's welcome Connie Sokol back to the table.
Thank you. I can't believe it. 9 years. Congrats, ladies. Oh my
You
gosh.
just keep coming back
And
whenever
still so
we
fun.
ask.
I know.
Thank you.
You're so kind.
It's
You're
for
like
the mugs.
part of studio.
Come on, let's just get
It is.
real.
It's because of the mugs. Everyone wants these.
That's
A high
right. You gotta
commodity.
come on. You gotta come on. It's been so fun, and I'm so proud of you. You kept it going and made it juicy. So.
Yeah.
Juicy, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Connie, I follow you on social media, and something you posted like 4 weeks ago resonated so deeply with me. I messaged you right away and just said, "Can you come talk about that?" And so
What is that?
We're letting you guide this. What is?
I love that. Well, we were talking about appreciating other women, and I don't think we do this enough. I know for myself, sometimes I feel embarrassed if I want to say something to someone like cute hair or nice bag or wow, you gave a really great speech, right? Especially if I don't really know them. But over the years, I've had to get over that and just I realize how much I appreciate when someone says something nice. I think we women, we can go so far on so little. If someone just gives us a little something, it's like, okay, I can get back in the ring. So I really was thinking about how do we show that appreciation to other women in simple ways, just small and simple ways. So I'm going to throw that out to you. Have you had an experience where someone has appreciated something about you and it's really made your day? Like it's really made you go, oh.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Anything that comes to mind?
100%. Well, just barely I was recognized. So our practice manager is a woman, but she runs the whole office of men doctors.
Oh, wow.
But so the dynamics are really great. But just recently I was pulled aside and asked to go to the doctor's office. And I was given like just some kudos. And words of affirmation and a little something, but they just said, a job well done. Like sometimes the superstars, we just think that they're superstars and we really just don't say anything because they're doing their job, right?
Yes.
But once in a while, they need to be recognized. And it just hit me so deeply. Like I would do this job if you said something to me or not, because that's who I am, that's how I'm made.
Yes.
But that recognition, it like made me cry. I was like, I just needed to hear that what I'm doing is valuable.
Oh my
that you
gosh.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. And it touches a thing, it touches a nerve. I remember the thing that brought it up was Jennifer Garner was someone, they were doing this thing where they were bringing people on and then telling them, you are such a good mom, because they really are. And she just broke down in tears, you know? Because you don't hear it very often.
Right.
And then for someone to actually say those words when you are wondering in your mind 24/7, how am I doing at XYZ?
Yes.
It's just so healing, especially to hear from another mom, another woman who has no agenda. It's just a genuine, sincere compliment. Okay, what about you?
Well, I wanted to find it in my phone because I have a weekly reminder reminding me that the greatest human need is to be appreciated. And I need that reminder because I read it once. I'm like, oh, I will be better at that. And then I'm not so I'm like, what day of the week does it remind me? Because I wanted to read it. But it just says the deepest need in us that we
so it's
want
not to be
feel.
needed, but to be appreciated.
Be appreciated.
For what we're doing.
And what
Why
that
is
does,
that?
and you don't know when that moment will actually matter. Okay, I wasn't going to share this, but I remember this Education Week. I just spoke at BYU Education Week this last August, and a woman came up to me and she goes, "Do you remember me? I'm the candy bar one at BYU campus." And I went, oh my gosh, I remember. We were in this computer lab thing and we had these assignments to do and they were horrific. And you'd spend hours and hours and nothing would work. And this is back in the day when computer stuff was just starting. And this was for, I think it was elementary ed department. Anyway, and I had barely gotten done my stuff and I remember thinking I'm thrown in the towel several times. And then I saw this girl and she was in tears and she was crying. And I stopped and I talked to her and she's like, I'm done. I'm just not gonna do it. I can't do it. And I went downstairs. Now this, oh please, I don't want it to be like Magical Me, but I went down and I knew that feeling. So I went and I got a Snickers bar, a candy bar, and I went back up.
Snickers would have touched my
See?
heart too.
Yes,
Right?
Snickers really satisfied. So I went up and put it by her little thing, and I said, "You can do this." Essentially, whatever. This is not supposed to be about me, but just that little thing. She was like, I saw her after that. I don't remember how, but anyway, she was like, that mattered. That really mattered. Then here we are, fast forward like, I don't know, 20 years. And she comes to my class.
way.
And if I would have thought to tell, I would have brought the picture. So I took a picture with her. But just that little bit of, I see you and I appreciate what you're doing and it's hard and I know that. So here, you can keep going, right? Just the simplest thing. I know for me, someone did that for me several years ago. You know, when you're doing things like this and you're keeping your family first, and that means you're up late, you're up early, it's ridiculous, you're not sleeping because there's lots of babies and kids are coming in and out of your bed and whatever, and you're trying to keep it going and doing something good. And I was like, I'm done. I just cannot keep this going. Have you guys been there where you're just, I'm exhausted, right?
Several times.
Yes. And you're thinking, is this even making a difference? Does anybody even really care? I feel compelled about this and passionate, but is anybody getting anything out of this? And that same day, I got this beautiful email from a woman who just went on about how much certain things that had been said had changed her life, and then detailed how it had changed her life. And I remember thinking, okay, I can keep going. So simple ways. A text. Oh, I love that lesson you taught. I love that thing. Oh, your flowers are so beautiful. Whatever. The second thing is helping lift a woman to be able to step in to a space that she may not believe she can do. Because so often we're like, I don't think I can do that. And we were just talking about Susan R. Madsen, this this research shows that a woman needs about 3 taps
Yes.
on the shoulder, right? And that happened for you, right?
Yeah, I was serving as the Chamber of Commerce president in 2015, and he is now Senator McKell. But that spring, he was state representative. We're in the same neighborhood, and he just approached me. He's like, "Stacy, you need to consider running for city council." I was like, "Oh, that's very
So
nice.
funny, thank
That's
you.
very nice." But in the next 2 weeks, 2 other people also, "Stacy, have you thought?" I'm like, "Wow."
Where is this coming
But
from?
it was the 3. And so when I went to Susan Madsen's first class, and she said, "You need 3 taps," I'm like, "I'm the statistic."
Amen.
Because we don't
love
trust
that.
ourselves? Is
Yes.
that what it is? We don't
Yes.
feel value? Like,
Well,
what
studies
is it?
show that men tend to overestimate their abilities and capacity, and they will jump into things without even having credibility to do that thing.
Yeah.
And women tend to underestimate, even though they are completely capable and qualified. So I think when we give that nudge to a woman, it is stunning to them that somebody sees that in them, and then they have that confidence. So giving them that lift to that confidence, I feel so strongly about this. I'm working with a group of young students, BYU students. It's a thing called Born to Lead that I stopped Disciple Out Leaders and started this Born to Lead.
Okay.
So I'm teaching the same things, teaching women how to speak with purpose and confidence, but now it's just for the young adults. And we were talking, and everybody felt good about starting a podcast. And I was like, okay, that's great, but it's kind of Mickey Rooney, Judy Garland, let's put on a show. And I'm like, I know what goes into this. So I was kind of telling them we wanted to be student-led and adult mentored. And so I gave them this kind of like, okay, come to Jesus moment of, okay, this is it, this is what it takes, and it takes some skill, so you're gonna really need to learn some things to be a host and all of the things. And then the next morning I was listening to a podcast by Dr. Barbara Gardner, and it was all about let them, like Mel Robbins, let them lead, let them fail, let them do the things. And I went, okay, shifting the gear. I came back, said, I'm so sorry, let's go. You are all so fantastic. And they are, gave them a little bit of training, but they were fantastic. Filmed our first episode, recorded and filmed it. They were fabulous. We have a young adult host, and she rocked it. We got done, and I was like, you're amazing. That was so fun. Like, it was incredible. But it was being able to instill in them. I came back and said, you absolutely can do this. I know that you can, and you already knew that you could, and so I'm validating that. Let's go. And then giving them a little bit of guidance, but then putting them in there and saying, sit in the chair, let's go, take the seat, right? So that's something to
Take the
consider.
seat and I have you, right? Lift them into that
Yes.
space, but I'm here. I'm here for you.
And I'm right here. So you can do this, but I'm here to catch you if you need, right?
Right.
Well, and if you said they're BYU students, so they're in their
Yes.
20s, and I have a 29-year-old daughter. And just looking back over her past years, which were fearful for her in 18, 20, 22, because she didn't have that experience. And we were just talking the other night. I said, "Hon, now you have that behind you. That is so motivating to move forward, because you can look behind and be like, I've done that.
I've
I
done
have
it.
failed, and I've lived. I've made mistakes.
Yes.
I've pulled through. I've also had many successes, and look what I've accomplished, A, B, C, and D.
Yes.
So you can do again.
And so I
Yes.
think your 20s, you're doing so much of that, and then your 30s just feel a little bit more like, oh, you're settling in, and you're like, I've got this.
That's right.
And
I
then
know.
every decade.
And
you-
then in your 50s, then you
Yes.
do it again.
Then
right?
you start
and
all over
then you
again.
need those ladies
and that's why
to
you
lift
need
me
the,
again.
That's right.
Yes.
That's why you need the nudge of no, you got this. You can do this.
Yes.
Exactly. And the last thing I was thinking of is just when you see a woman and you want to express appreciation, just simply serve her. How often do women, moms, wives, aunts, sisters, we are going a million miles an hour and tending to so many needs, and yet, especially when you were talking about you're doing your job so you don't get extra kudos, right? And the more stellar you are, the more people are like, oh, she just has it, she's got it. But if we can just simply serve. I went to go and visit someone. I'm over the women in my church. And I went to go visit someone, and she was sitting in a recliner. She had her back. And I saw dishes in the sink. I was like, I love you. I'm going to go do your dishes. She was like, no. And I said, I'm going to go do your dishes. I hope you don't mind, but I love you, and you have been going with your littles. I would like to serve, so please just let me. And so I did. Oh, this is going to sound like it's all, but I went and did the dishes. The thing I loved is she let me. She sat in the recliner and she let me serve her so I could appreciate all that she was doing. So when someone appreciates you and says, I want to serve you, I want to come in and help you with your wash or clean your bathroom, don't go, oh my gosh, I couldn't ever. Please just accept it and just soak in it that someone sees you and loves you. I don't know, thoughts?
I think
Yes.
my thought is follow that prompting, that thought,
Yes.
whatever you believe in,
Yes.
that's putting it in your head,
Yes.
follow it.
Yes. Oh, that's Twisters, last summer blockbuster. Remember when he goes, if you feel it, chase it. So if you feel it, it's a good thought, text it, say it, do whatever you need to do to help them feel that appreciation.
Yeah, instead of it being a competition, that lifting, that helping and serving, let's bring us to a level ground instead of like, I want us. And I feel like sometimes that's what it is, like it feels like a competition. If I give her the lift or whatever, then she'll lift and I fall.
Yes.
And that's not what it is
You
at
both
all.
go up together.
You both go up.
You both go up together. It's that I'll lift thee and thee lift me and we'll ascend together. That Amish proverb. Yep.
Yeah.
Connie.
It is. We love you. Please
Do you want to come back next time we film?
You're so cute, right?
Thank you.
I love being here. I love you ladies.
We love you.
appreciate you being here.
Yeah. Happy
I felt
fall.
that.
Very
you could do my dishes.
appreciated.
No, I just-
I would.
What an amazing program we had today.
Amazing.
Where do we even start?
I don't even know. Okay, I want to talk about I Love You Bro Project.
Okay.
So Monica Bambro, who we've had on the show before, she just put that little inkling in my ear, like you need to have him on. I think he's awesome. And I've kind of, ruminated on it.
Yeah.
But he was killer.
That was so inspiring. I told him this after we stopped filming, so I'll reiterate it here. But just the example that would have been when he was telling that story, and he was in no place mentally. He was on his way to something, which we normally are, so we think, oh, I won't stop. But he had 3 daughters in his car. And that's scary, but I thought, wow, the daughters watched their dad get out and save someone. Like
So impactful,
to
right?
step up and help others, like the ultimate example.
But like he was saying to us, like that saved his life too.
Yeah.
In that moment of service, like he was given that gift almost to save his life and help that person too.
And he
took the invitation.
Yeah, and we talked so much after we stopped filming because he just had
Right.
so much valuable information. But wow, I would
Check
just
him
love
out.
to know how women can help.
And he did
more.
say that there's a women's group.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, it's like learning the love languages, knowing how to talk to your spouse, what they need back, but also maybe how to initiate them going to some of these support groups, right?
Yeah, maybe
and
they don't
talking
wanna
to
talk
someone
to
other
you.
than us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good find. Very good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I always
awesome.
love Connie because she's so inspirational.
We just want to sit and listen to her when
Yes.
she comes. Like feed us.
Yeah, she's so easy to just connect with, and she's so busy, and for her to take the time to come in, and she's just always so happy. And
She is. But filled with like that simple, like we just need to like serve each other, acknowledge each other, show
Yeah.
appreciation, just
Lift
by
one
little
another up.
bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
yeah,
was awesome.
so good.
And then we had Sandy Bottoms or Nicole Ortiz.
Yes.
Which that's going to be like the Greatest Showman show to me. That's what it feels like.
Such an interesting concept.
Right?
To see a play outside under a tent.
Right. It feels magical to me.
Yeah.
So I hope that they can pull it off and it's
I know, I'm so
super cool.
curious
I know.
to go
Maybe
check
we
it
can
out.
try and stop by there.
Yeah.
Petite Neat, that's close
Yeah.
by.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
It's been a long time since I've been over there.
Yep. And then our dear sweet Tabitha's Way.
So much going on. They always have so much going on. And their needs have increased, I think, 30% this year.
Crazy. And what was she saying? They serve like 22,000 families? Is that what she said?
Just the first
Thus
6
far.
months.
Yes.
That was January to June.
And then these projects, so like serving Thanksgiving meals, that'll be 1,600 families. I believe that she said that they're trying to service.
It's a lot. They have a big need.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But it was super easy. Like to go to one of the grocery stores, pick up a bag, they scan it, $5.
Yeah.
$5 is what you spend on a drink. So I
So
think that's
easy.
awesome.
Yeah,
to
and
be able
you
to
can
do
also
that.
just donate monthly. That's what they need. They need those regular donations coming in, whether it's $10, $50, $100, if you're able to.
And then the shop and drop location, like she's like, just get a couple of things that you feel like we could need or use, and then just drop it off anytime.
Yeah. So the ease of all of it is just so seamless.
Anything goes. They just
Yes.
need help.
They just need help.
Yep, so they can help others.
And I always love where there's opportunities where you can give your time or your money, because oftentimes it's one or the other.
It truly
you
is.
have.
Yep.
And so if you have one,
Give
help.
it that way.
Yeah.
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 I love the time when I
Yes.
was able to go down there and help do the turkey meals. That was
I know
really
that
a highlight.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun to really give back and help them.
And see the service being
Yeah.
handed over. Well, fabulous. Natasha, we missed you.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Maybe next time we'll have some cake.
Celebration with all three of
Some
us.
balloons.
We need to get together.
Okay. You're awesome.
You are too.
Thanks for being here with us. We hope you've enjoyed the conversation. If you learned something new, please tell a friend about us.